The final test we're going to be going over in regards to the lower body is going to be your lunge test. This is the test where we're going to be taking a look at how well you get into a lunge and how deep you can get into that lunge. Your hips are very important when it comes to the CrossFit world, especially when you're squatting, squat snatching, or trying to hit a squat clean. Very important in the powerlifting world as well, just squatting and deadlifting. This is going to be a great test for those people who are having a hard time getting into a lunge, having a hard time maintaining a good solid position of your squats, and this includes any squatting motions, whether it's wall balls, air squats, or a barbell squat. This is also going to be of extreme importance for those who are having a hard time jumping. The muscles we're going to be looking at here are going to be the ones that are in the front part of the leg. They go from the knee up into your hip and into your lower part of your spine. If it's tight here, could also be causing some of your lower back pain as well. The way the test is going to run, you're going to take that piece of paper you've had that we use for the ankle. It's going to measure 10 inches. We're going to put your back leg, your knee is going to go right at the 1 mark, and then your other foot is going to go in front of the piece of paper, and we're going to keep our foot flat, and we're going to keep our shin vertical and our knee behind our toe of that front foot. So you can put that front foot wherever you need to meet all that criteria. Once your foot's flat, your knees behind your toes and your shins vertical, we're going to drop into a lunge. And we're going to see how far your ASIS reaches on that 10-inch piece of paper. Your ASIS is basically going to be the anterior or the part of your hip that goes the farthest forward. We'll be able to walk around and show you exactly where this point is. You either have full range of motion or you do not. Full range of motion is 10 inches. So if it's anything less than 10 inches, we're going to call it limited. Anything more than 10 inches, we're going to call it full. This is a very important test, something that most people don't check into. Most people look at their ankles and their knees, but they forget about their hips. So what we're going to do for this one is, again, we're going to drop into a lunge, see if you've reached the 10 inches or not. I had an athlete a couple weeks ago who I was working with who was having a hard time running, jumping, getting into a good squat. Every time they did a lot of rowing or a lot of deadlifts, their back would flare up. We put them through some of the range of motion tests and found that this one they were really limited, especially on the left side. This tells us that your hip flexors are really tight. So if you have a really tight hip flexor and then you row or you deadlift, it's going to get extremely tight. It's going to pull on your back and give you some of that back pain. So let's go ahead and get this test up and running. We'll be walking around. If you have any questions, let us know.